Hey, Samantha.
Hey, Paul, how are you?
I'm good. It's been a while.
Yeah, I know, no
Oh,
beard. I was like, I saw the social media posts. I already knew about it.
I can't hear you, Trina. Had you not seen it?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I was like, oh yeah, that's like that happened days ago.
yeah, this is old news now.
Yeah, I have a very strict limit on my social media intake lately, so
Good for you.
I miss a lot.
Wait,
Hey, Mark.
hi guys. Hey,
Hi.
Paul.
It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah, we're this Zoom. It's real up face personal.
Yeah.
Hello. No, sit back in the corner here. Your head comes up on my big screen.
Oh, good.
Okay, I've got to get my how do I get my background thing going? Hold off of there. How do you play with your background?
You have to go into preferences.
Preferences, thank you.
Did you find it, Mark?
Yeah, the old preferences and restart, those two. Virtual background. Here, should we go to the mountains?
Ooh, I like it.
Here we are out on, that's where you were today, yes, this weekend, Sam, out in,
Yeah.
or in the storage room. No, that looks about like my room. Hi, Susan.
Hey, Mark.
Let me spin through here. This is a big crew. Hey, Mario, good to see you.
Hey, Mario.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Susan.
Mario, you and I got to talk.
Yeah,
We got a lot to talk about.
we sure do, Mark.
I just sent an email out with Nightlight Denver, Big Picture / Alto Gallery / Redline Gallery. Buckshot, getting a lot of people all in one swoop, and you're a major player in that.
Yeah, can't wait to connect with you.
Including the month of photography. We're on. I almost did it on my cell phone. I have a fire log going down. I could have a fireside chat. I can't see anyone on my cell phone, so small. Oh, look, you wrote me back. Let me know how I can help. Lots of ways. I'm gonna work you hard.
I'm ready.
What are we doing tonight?
Are we there? It is 6:32.
6:32. Well, I think we still have more people joining, but I'm going to get us started. How's everybody doing? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Samantha Johnston. I'm the executive director and curator at Colorado Photographic Arts Center. And we are really excited about MOP, even though we're in a global pandemic. And it looks like we have some new participants this evening for the meeting. So I'm just going to go over, I was going to go over some stuff anyway on the website and talk through some stuff. And then we'll, obviously, if there's questions, please throw those in the chat. Mark, do you want to make a quick introduction for yourself? Founder.
The Mark Zink, troublemaker, driving Samantha crazy. I'm glad you're at home, relaxed. But it's going to be a fun year. Things are COVIDly slowly coming forward.
Slowly coming together.
But thank you. We'll get this rolling.
Yeah.
I keep looking at the submission people and things keep popping up.
Yes.
There's things that are starting to bubble, and that makes me very happy to
Yeah.
see things happening, and things, particularly for, photographers that have things that they can participate in. And which is, my three things that is submittable, that's been there for everyone. Everyone knows the big picture. You've seen it pasted around a neighborhood near you. We always have that open, and we have our, we're working with a collage group, the Denver Collage, that always open to seeing work. We have a great group of people coming in that have submitted work from Paris, Helsinki, Buenos Aires, Paris, and they're all in and locked in, and my COVID Denver crew, we got to get Denver going. We have several great people from Denver that have submitted and are locked in too, including Mario.
Well, great.
And Redline.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna share my screen and just show a few things. If you haven't been to the denvermop.org site, you can get to it through the CPAC site, or it's its own standing. But for those of you who haven't come to a meeting, or maybe newer to MOP, it is a biennial festival. So 2021 March is our next one. And we do have, as Mark said, already a lot of exciting calls for entry. So I just wanted to kind of go through how to navigate and where to find some stuff. If you're a photographer, you can go to the Get Involved tab, and we have a handful of ways to find venues and a link to the 2019 festival website, which kind of shows all the spaces that participated in 2019. And then this gives a snippet of the calls for entry, but then if you go to see all calls for entry, then you'll see there's details about the big picture, which Mark was just talking about, which gets wheat pasted all over, everywhere. It's fantastic. And then a few other calls that we've put up, and I know there'll be Museo de las Americas also has a call. I'm working with them to get the details to get that up. So continue to check back, because we're in a time now where lots of information is being put up on the site, and details and deadlines are listed within once you click on the call. And we're also posting these on the Facebook and Instagram social media channels for MOP. So check those, and the information and how to submit can be found there. So that's kind of where all the calls for entry. If you're a venue and you have a call for entry, or if you know someone who has those, we're trying to get those onto the site by January 1st. Also, if you know that a venue is looking to submit event details, those go here on this site, and January 1st is the deadline for print, and February 1st is the deadline for just the website. And it has it doesn't have to be in person. It can be a virtual event. It can be a lecture. We have a whole list of options. As you go in, you can see kind of what the form looks like, how long it's happening, if there's any health guidelines. And then down here at the bottom, it shows you kind of, is it a reception? Is it a book signing? Knowing that we don't know, if something has to change, just let us know, because obviously COVID is changing at a rapid rate. So, but this is kind of, you'll fill all this in if you're a venue, and it plugs in a page on the back end that we proof everything, make sure it's all there, and then publish it. So it's been nice to see because we're starting to get, so if you go events and exhibitions, you can search by day, by week. So right now we're still kind of in the month format, still filling things in, obviously. But this gives you an idea of some of the things that are going to be happening. So different ways to view the site and to find out information about when it's happening. Another exciting, the portfolio reviews that we've been hosting since 2015. Those will all be via Zoom. We have 7 spots left as of this evening. So if you have not registered and you're interested, we will probably be selling out before we close registration in February. So you can sign up for 6 reviews or for 12 reviews. If you know any college students, we still have availability for the college students. It's $50 for 3 reviews. They just have to produce a student ID. And registration details can be found here, as well as our list of 2021 reviewers. You can scroll through and see with people from all over the country, locally and East, West Coast, Midwest. So that's very exciting. What else did I want to show you? And then we will have some volunteer opportunities. We're kind of adjusting and shifting that as things change and shift with the pandemic. And that's under also in the Get Involved. You can click on the volunteer link if you're interested. And then you can sign up, fill out this form, and we'll add you to the list when you're available. So we're, again, as I said, we're still shifting some of those things because of the pandemic. And just so everyone knows, the portfolio review shifting online is a different way of, usually those are held in person. So we will be having our PhotoVox programming, which is the second Wednesday of the month. In February, that will be focused on kind of helping people get prepared. And we will also have another kind of training session in January for getting people prepared for doing the reviews via Zoom so that they know how to prepare their work. And we do have a how to prepare on the site as well that we've kind of adjusted today to be more geared towards Zoom versus in-person reviews. So those are kind of, I wanted to just go through and show everyone where all that information is, about the event map, which again, the event map is also going to start populating more as more events go in. And you'll be able to kind of hover over and see where things are happening. So that's another piece happening with the map as well. So I'm going to stop sharing, but also wanted to kind of see if there were any questions. Moira, good question. If you have a call for entry, we have a call for entry to submit. Thanks, Trina, for getting that. So you'll just follow that link, enter the information, and we'll get that set up and posted. If you put it in tonight or tomorrow morning, usually within 24 to 48 hours, we'll have it up. We just have to get it proofed and make sure everything's there. We have all the content. So super great question. Any other questions about some of that information I just gave? And then I know we can kind of check in about other exciting things that are happening. And we have been reaching out to other spaces. Some spaces that have participated in the past might not participate in 21 just because of the pandemic, like the Capitol building isn't really open. So I'm still reaching out to them to see if there'll be options. Mark's doing some Nightlights Denver with Collage Club, right, Mark?
Yes.
Yeah, and then CPAC is going to do some Nightlights Denver as well. So there'll be some more information about that as coming out too. So there'll still more opportunities coming in the next month. So please keep an eye out on that.
Also take note, the Nightlights Denver is open to single artist solo presentations for projecting on the building, not just group shows and so forth. I'm very excited to see we have our friends, Francis Willie just came in from Canada, way up north, and we have Susan Moyo. How do you pronounce that, Susanna?
Moyo.
From Mexico City, way down south. Thank you for joining us. That's super exciting. it's so fun when we get international. Right? This is the Americas we have going on here. MOP of Americas. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Mark. We're so happy to be here.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. Long time.
And then Jeremy, it looks like your microphone isn't working, but you have stuff going on in a Dateline. I'm not sure. Here's what's, maybe he's still typing. Yes, things are happening at Dateline.
The starting, maybe Francis, do you want to introduce what you've doing in your publication and your projects?
Yeah, like in Canada, there's lots of stuff going on, even though there's COVID. We still have a photographic festival here called Exposure Festival that's on a month before Month of Photography. And then Saties magazine, which our next issue is Theme Dreams. So if anyone wants to submit to that.
Nice.
And it's an analog magazine, so it's from plate to Polaroid, traditional photography, historical processes in contemporary manner. Always working on different things, curating little shows up here for other artists, bringing artists together, giving them cameras. Mark and I are like similar bloodline, you know, like what we do with our lives. It's why he's like a brother to me. So in Canada, I do similar things what Mark does, and he does stuff there that I kind of do, and we've become friends over the years. But I'd love to get some artists.
Canada.
Yeah,
You got a home profile.
Yeah, so things are always interesting in Calgary. Actually, the art scene here is getting better. We have a new contemporary museum that used to be the planetarium. We have the Yoko Ono show there right now. There's lots of different things going on all the time in the city. So, and the Hub of Photography happens for us here in February every year.
Yoko Ono's daughter is a photographer who lives in Denver.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Has supported CPAC, actually. Wonderful photographer.
I'll have to check it out. I haven't seen the work yet. Yeah, so there's lots of stuff going on. So any way I can help bring artists to Canada at some point, I'm more than glad to partner up, you know, which over the years we have brought in a lot of amazing artists from Denver into the magazine, including Mr. Sink and many other artists as well. So yeah, and here's the magazine. Saties magazine.
Beautifully published, mate. Super high quality.
And then we have also another magazine, which is really exciting, called Photo Ad Magazine out of Toronto. So we have so many really great photo publications in Canada that I'm still just discovering because we're all busy. But yeah, so that's it. Hello from Calgary, Alberta.
Thanks for joining. And I'm going to put a link to the magazine in the chat so people can.
Thank you.
Oh, cool.
And then Susanna, is it okay if I get Susanna from Mexico City?
Sure.
Tell about the Unperson project that you have a calling for right now?
Yes, so me and Andrea, we have one, it's called the In-Person Project, and we are creating an archive of Oblivion. So we created an open call for people to donate to us photographs in which they would like to erase someone they're trying to forget. So we are archiving those, but also for this time, we were planning to do it ourselves because normally the people are the ones who do this intervention and all that, I mean, in the photograph. So for this time, we decided that Andrea and I are going to do these scratches and cuts and burns and everything, and also turn them into videos so they can be projected into the DNF tower.
Great.
Yeah.
Very excited to have you to Denver.
Yes,
Thank
we're
you.
so happy to be here.
Okay. Francis, Julie, the
Hey, Mark. I just had a direct message about how people can submit to the Denver Collage Club show. Do we have a link for that available?
we don't have one available, but please, I will put my email up in the chat here. If I know how to do this chat right now, close the, send me an email. And actually, I will make a formal link that could put together that people could. The reason why I'm slow to hesitate, we have 38 artists in Alto Gallery right now. And the space is about 200 square feet.
Yeah.
We are at a very saturated point, but I'm always open to look at work, and it's expanding over into Redline and into the big picture. So I kind of absorb people through with the different projects. Let me see if I can get my chat.
I'll put your email in the chat, Mark.
Yeah, there we go. I'm stuck with Susan in a private chat and somehow get back to group. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, and Mark, if you have anything you want us to put up on the site, just send us the details. We can.
I think I will make a Denver Collage Club announcement and open to reviewing work. There's a huge world, as Mario, everyone knows, of collage artists is just a gigantic world. Let me shut. That was Screaming Bee. Okay. Super.
It wouldn't be a MOP meeting without Poppy.
She's a pistol. Maybe she'll come visit us. Who's next? Who else do we have in here to go around on the announcement? Shadow Gather, look at that hat.
I just have a quick question.
It's my hair. Go ahead.
Hi.
Lovely.
Wow.
My name's Jen, and I actually teach photography at Front Range Community College.
Nice.
Great.
And I'm hoping to get students involved for volunteering, as well as curious if you guys are thinking of any kind of student exhibition opportunities.
Yeah, well, so Society for Photographic Education, we're still waiting on what they're going to do in March. So I know that was going to hopefully create some more student opportunities, but we're not sure yet. So we're waiting on how they're going to, how that's going to pan out. But yes, volunteer opportunities for sure. And we actually have a biennial student show up right now that's for students at the CPAC space. But we don't have anything in, like, I don't have a set show planned, like a student show planned.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah, no, of course.
The big picture absorbs, we have wheat pasted you guys a couple times. Were you there 2 years ago?
I was not, but I'm familiar with the big picture for sure.
We were invited to come up and give a demonstration there. And we gave a presentation on the whole process, and then invited the students and we got to paste their work and big picture work, and we had a lot of fun. We got in a little bit of trouble, going a little too far.
Was that the one over at the brewery? You guys did that at whatchamacallit, didn't you? Well, I'm having a, because I'm up in Fort Collins, but I teach at the Boulder County campus.
Yes, we did the brewery couple years ago
Yep.
on the mall there.
I remember hearing about that.
That too got noticed. I like it when people come up and police come up and they say, wow, that's great. They haven't quite caught on like in LA or New York, you get arrested. It's not quite as socially accepted. But yes, the society, that's a good question. That's something to tie in on our student activities. Thank you for bringing it up.
Any other? We've had a lot of good questions so far.
Drew, how are you? Good to see you. This is Drew Austin, and he's one of our big Boulder connections with the dairy, correct, in Boulder? Do you want to spill any reports, beans, where that is? Is during COVID beans? Are they functioning? Are the doors?
Typing. Microphone isn't working.
Is my microphone out? Drew, are you there?
No, yours is working. His is out.
Oh, you gotta unmute, Drew. Come on, hand signals. You can do it. Come on out. No, it's fine. Drew is a curator up at a wonderful art space in Boulder that has been a supporter and open to month of photography events for the last decade.
So it looks like he typed not a ton because they've been locked in, but open to ideas, hopefully doing something within the windows on the terrace right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Drew, we'll definitely be in touch about ways to maybe, I'm not sure if I have your email, but definitely I'll put in the MOP email in here and we can connect about ways to keep spreading the word in town for sure.
There's visual arts at thedairy.org. Thanks.
Perfect. Thanks, Drew.
Sharifa, you want to check in up there in Evergreen? We last left it off. We were going to do some kids and wheat pasting and everything.
I still would like to do that up here if you're game. We've got a couple of walls. You know, the one thing that I noticed, I had Coco come up and the sun is so harsh up here that wheat paste gets demolished really fast. And I found that to be interesting. So I've actually selected some areas that are more shaded because they don't degrade quite as quickly.
That's interesting. It's interesting. There, sometimes it depends what the process of the printout is. If she had Kinko's color printouts, that degrades terribly fast. It's very unarchival. If it's a pigment process, it will last. The walls that are down on the corner of Carton Driver Pizza gets Colorado mile high sun every day, and it's been a year and 4 months now, and they're fine.
Well, when you want to come up, let me know.
But Kinko's inkjet, it's a vegetable-based watercolor ink. It just all comes apart really fast.
So where do you go instead?
Read photo art. They give the secret keyword is the big picture. And it's about $1 a square foot, which is they're matching Kinko's prices. And they've experimented with the paper, and their prints come out beautiful. Really beautiful. The technology has changed. It used to be Xerox technology, and that's what all, everyone from RJ, all the big time wheat pasters, it was electrostatic carbon process that was a very stable, wonderful printing process. And Kinko's quit it. They went inkjet, and they went inkjet even worse with vegetable-based inks. And JR and other people still use the old Xerox machines in all of his output. We're at the last of a technology, at the end of the plotter prints that were done Xerox. Now I hold an old Xerox print and go, oh, I miss you. A Xerox, I can't believe it. The way old photo papers they don't make anymore, and you see a great photo paper. It's gone another direction in wheat pasting. There's lots of faces I don't know here. And Andrea, hello from Mexico City here, there, yay.
Hi, Mark. It's
Yay,
great to
you
find
guys
you.
are next to each other, yay. Your English is excellent, thank you. Oh, here we come, here we come. Here, come on in, come on in. Come on. Come on. Come. Oh, she's too shy. Come on, come say hi. Just come by and say hi. We have 30 people here, okay. She said she's too shy.
And are there any other spaces that have any other announcements or questions that are on? I'm trying to look who else. I think Eric Nord was on before.
Hello, Janice.
Claude.
Jeremy, you want to report? Are you in there?
Jeremy's mic wasn't working. He did report in the chat.
There he is. Society. Based in Ithaca, New York. All right. Yeah.
Is this working?
Or any other questions about submitting or finding info on the website?
Tiana, do you want to come give a report on the Sync Gallery? Come on up. Come say hi. Sorry, guys. Our Tiana Graves is one of the participating artists at the Sync Gallery, SYNC, Sync in Santa Fe. Come pop in and say hi. And
hi. Oh, your hair is amazing.
The Sync Gallery. Now, do you want to give a quick?
It's not great. I mean, we're still installing new shows because we're on a set schedule for the rest of the year. And then we're doing like virtual promotions with the art district on Santa Fe. But outside of that, we haven't really hosted any events, obviously, and all openings are shut down. More of the same, kind of same story since March.
Some ups and downs. There's been some openings, and then no
Sam,
more.
this will be your good go-to. I'm really counting on her to be our Santa Fe Drive connector. The
Fantastic.
ear on the Santa Fe pavement is standing right here. They're that. All right.
And also Drew had asked about the MOP logo and branding, and I just put in the chat, we do have a toolkit page on the website where you can download the MOP logo if you need to use it. Both there's a web and print version that's downloadable. So that is also in the chat for everybody as well. I forgot to show that on the website earlier.
Were deadlines for that still February, like January, February?
Yep. January 1st for print and February 1st for kind of online content. So.
Cool.
I have a question actually for
Yeah.
Jeremy. Can you say more about the juried exhibition for multicultural LGBTQ and women's caucuses? Is that a local? Are you going to post something for call for entries, or just a bit more detail? I know your mic doesn't work.
So I'll just,
Jeremy.
I'll be waiting for you to add something to the chat, and I'll mute myself in the meantime.
and Cyprian, I'll also mention that's part of the Society for Photographic Education conference. So I'm as a part of their caucuses. So I think you have to be a member of SPE in order to apply, I think, but I'll let Jeremy.
Okay, that's good to know.
Typically you do have to be a member, but
There it is. You have to be a member.
it's usually not, if you're just kind of like a supplemental member, it's not super expensive. If you're faculty, it goes up, and they've been bringing down the membership rates quite a bit. So if that's helpful.
So here's the call on their website, Cyprian.
Fantastic. Thanks, Samantha. Thanks,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
No
And
problem.
Jim.
Good question, though. And I've been pulling out all those notes as well. What else? So we have, and so Mark, you'll potentially send some stuff for Denver Collage Club. So that'll be, so we have, as I said, we'll definitely have some more options on the website in the coming weeks.
Well, as this is Samantha's first year at the helm with MOP, and I was warning her, it all comes in. The wave of everyone, last minute marries all come in at the last minute.
Oh, of course. Of course, of course.
And so I've always, it's the way I hang shows now. You make a deadline a week before, and you install the show 4 days before. You don't let the deadline be on that last day of hanging shows. I wish that worked, but you sort of fake your deadline early is a way to make life a lot easier. There's interesting, there's so many new faces that Rick Daly, we have Nolan Dutton, the hello. I don't know if a couple of you guys want to say hi, go through, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm the gallery director at Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design. I was actually just typing something up. We're getting this year, and I'll be submitting here soon. We have Alicia Wormsley who will be exhibiting in our main gallery, and she'll also be doing a virtual artist presentation with the visiting artist program.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks for joining, Rick.
Oh my gosh, thanks for joining us. A gallery. We're all gonna jump on you. Yeah. Who else? Who else we have here that wants to introduce himself?
Good to see you, Fui. He may not want to introduce himself, but I'm just gonna
Should we wait?
We have Tim Finks, who's, yeah, let's see.
And Nolan's photographer local as well. Let's
I
see
know
who else is on the grid.
And there. Who else on our thing?
Well, great. We've had a lot of good questions, and please keep them up. Please know that if you need to, if you have other questions, info@denvermop.org is an easy way for us to that comes to our info@email, so then we can answer any, if you're having any problems with the website or submitting anything, please don't hesitate to reach out, and we will be happy to help kind of organize if something's, again, as still not working with the website. We've had a few things in the last week we've been figuring out as more people have been submitting. So since it's a new website for us, there's always going to be some sort of kink. So definitely just don't hesitate to reach out if you're having any troubles or just have questions.
Francis, I think you should put your callings on the MOP website for sure.
Sure, I'll do that. Absolutely.
And anything else calling, that might pertain as a,
A way to get to Canada, everyone move to Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'll do that this week.
Wonderful.
I'm using my phone for the, and usually I use my computer because the camera went out in the, so if you see a finger or hand, I'm just trying to navigate this better.
No worries.
And Susanna, for that matter, you could put your listing. When does your listing close for your call for work?
It closed yesterday.
Oh yeah, yesterday. Yep.
Oh,
on the
okay.
30th.
Oh.
So we will be working on it this week, and then we'll send you a proper selection.
Great.
Yes.
You sure you don't want to extend it? We can beat the tom-tom.
And when do we have, like, if we have time to send you the video, we could extend it a couple of days.
Sure. My deadline for the video for the tower is between Christmas and New Year.
Oh, okay.
Deadline. As for, oh look, oh Poppy, the deadline we still is February for Alto and some of our other picks. We have, and the red line picks are more of an extension.
So we could make like a speak easy deadline for a few people, and
yes, please.
And give you an extra week to send
yes,
your
please.
photographs.
Great.
We can talk about this also in more detail off of if you have questions too.
Great.
But I'm very excited to see what you have.
Yeah, we're so excited too. So we will let you know.
Mexico City, yay.
Susanna, is your call on the MOP site?
Is my what, sorry?
Was the call for the images that you're looking for your project on the MOP site?
No, I don't think so.
No, I can send you some information. Your project is ongoing, correct? To take work?
Yes.
Susan, I can send you information on the Unperson project. And I just sent out a group email also, Susan. I think it's in that thread.
Oh.
Mark, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting that that reference to the thing in Mexico City also.
Great, great. And I wanted to introduce you both. I see we have the Museo de las Americas here, Claudia.
Hello, everyone. I'm here.
Claudia, I want to introduce you to our two Mexico City crew.
I know I'm currently in Guadalajara, so I'm in Mexico right now.
Oh boy.
But happy to meet you all.
So we have a great representation of Mexico City in a project, this Unperson project coming up that I'm excited. Would like to keep you in the loop of.
Wonderful. I'm happy to be part of this project.
Two people from Mexico. Three checking in from Mexico City. That's Guadalajara.
Correct.
Well, okay. Who else?
On the chat, I just put the Tumblr to the project. There you can see like the archive that we have that we've made so far. But for the open call, like it's important to know that we will be vaporizing the pictures. We will be intervening them. So we want people to send us the pictures that they want us to vaporize. And that's the video that we're gonna make, Susana said, for the DNF building.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So anyone can feel free to send us some photographs. If you want to forget someone, we will help you with that.
Thank you, Susanna.
Thank you. How many of us have a cocktail around us? Cheers. Coffee with you. Oh, there you go. Cheers.
Cheers to everyone. Wish we could all be in person.
Yet
Cheers,
another
guys.
made it through yet another Zoom meeting.
Cheers with tequila.
Viva Mexico.
Samantha, I know there's things that I'm supposed to be working on. We discussed them after the last meeting, but I got sidetracked. November was whirlwind.
That's okay.
For me. In fact, I just got back from Louisiana last night. I drove back, but I hit the ground running now that I'm back, and I'll be making phone calls and trying to find venues in Parker and Aurora.
Great.
And I wanted to say to Jen, I hear you with the student thing. It's something that I would be interested in also, but we're at a distance. I'm here in Parker and you're up there in Boulder. But if you have some ideas or I don't know. I don't know what to say or how we make something like that work. And I don't have any students, but you have students. So if you need a volunteer, I'd love to help you with that.
Cool, thanks. I'll try and put my thinking cap on.
Every year we do have a high school student show. that all the participating high schools and we're we're doing it virtually this year. And
So you do have that's like set, you are going to do a virtual high school.
We are.
Yes.
Yeah. I've been working with Alexandra Overby at East High School, who usually heads up doing the high school show for during MOP. And she's had a lot on her plate with teaching remotely and knowing that the students have a lot of limited resources because they're at home, they don't have Photoshop. So we discussed that we wanted that opportunity to still be there for the students. So that call's going to open hopefully in the next week or so. We're still just putting the materials together, but that'll go on the website. So if people know high school students or high school teachers, please feel free to spread the word. And we're going to the call is free for them and it'll be virtual just so it's super accessible for them to participate and they don't have to worry about printing and framing work. So
terrific.
Yeah.
You mentioned her when we spoke last. So that's good to hear.
Yeah, she and I were able to connect a couple weeks ago and kind of work out a plan. So
great.
Because I wanted to make sure that continued as well.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Then I'm thinking probably by Friday, I'll be able to reach out to the People's Building off Colfax, and I see that the Pace Center put up a call for entries.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna talk to, I don't know, a couple of businesses, small businesses in downtown Harker, see if they want to, I don't know, maybe hold a lecture or put up some work. Well, we'll see. I'll start all that this week. But I also think it's good because then I give them the deadline of January 1st. That's it. No forgetting, no time to forget, no time to put it aside.
It's coming.
Yes.
That's the print deadline. They can still be online with February 1st. So.
Right. Okay.
There's the options.
I see Karen Fisher. You're in here somewhere in the group. You could be our bug in the rug at the Art Students League when you're there to ask they.
I was just going to say about that. Yeah.
If you could just sort of shake it around the building there and see if anyone wanted to do any photography related. They have, wonderful space there, and was very excited when they did the first photography program in their 100 and something year history. They did photography for the month of photography, and we were very excited that sort of event happened, but it slipped away. And you're there.
Yeah, for sure.
So check in for us.
Yes, I will. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yay.
Wonderful. Well, any other questions or messages? Please know, reach out if something comes up after that you think of. And as I said, we're working on getting more calls up in the next couple of weeks. So just keep checking back. And if you haven't started following social media, please do, because we're posting on there. And also, if you have not signed up for the MOP newsletter, please do so through the website. It is separate from our CPAC site. If you were on the MOP newsletter before, we can't just take Mark's list and add everyone's names. So we are having to rebuild that list. So if you have not signed up or you're not getting those emails, please do sign up. Because we have
do a master blast on that old list too, to promote people to upgrade to the new and improved MOP.
Yes, and I know that's an important to remind, because I know people have been like, didn't you just take Mark's list? I was like, well, we took it for one point and we don't want to have tons of unsubscribes. So, but yes, please, at the bottom of the main page, there's a bill, you can just sign up and you'll get MOP information, or if you're not sure, again, just shoot us an email, we can get you signed up. But it is a separate email list. So please, if you aren't getting updates, please do sign up. All right, Mark, did you have any other? You have a new background?
Yep, change my background, change my look. Thank you all for coming. I'm actually excited on some of the changes that we're sort of forced into on going outdoors and with projection and the wheat pasting and that and just, you know, getting together in Zoom meetings and being a fit. There are some silver linings in the darkness here. There is some community, and as we kind of kick this off, I'm excited to see what happens here.
Mark, you were in discussion with business owners, realty owners on 16th Street about blanketing 16th Street with photos in empty spaces. What came of that?
I can thank you for bringing it up. It's a really good question. We're juggling all the balls in the air. I'm working on a project. We're looking for funding for a project to put things inside of the Denver Center for Performing Arts Galleria and build a gallery, because that space is unused by all the musicians and theater. And the people that are in charge of that, and the David Moak that's also doing the Night Lights Denver, he is in touch every day with the Downtown Denver Business Association on the 16th Street Mall. And he was the one that said to me, and I haven't followed up on that, it's a long answer, I'm sorry, meaning with the balls in the air, it was the last one. And he said, we have boarded up storefronts up and down 16th Street Mall. You should put work up on those. And he said he can help make that happen. And that's where I last left off. So thank you. I will make a definite note to get an update. Maybe we can get some addresses to hit.
I really, and as I said in our last meeting, I really like that idea a lot. So, but I kind of forgot about it too.
I'd be very moved to do something, you know, with the LGBT community and some faces and voices about that. That's something that really stuck with me tonight, to carry that on, and even, you know, into it, sort of how it can tiptoe into that, into the high school show, and more public, you know, voices from kids, you know, and things. It's very interesting how that will fly with Denver Public Schools. I'm not sure, but not too sure. But definitely the 16th Street Mall, and maybe to think about this as a calling for a part of the big picture of a wheat pasting, as some sort of a sub project.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of voices. Just to think about that. I like that.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, I did some work up here in Fort Collins with trans youth, and still have some connections surrounding that I could reach out to. It was Pooter School District was not super awesome about giving me, I was teaching there at the time, so I had to be really careful. But there are some really great, groups for LGBTQ youth. I know definitely up here in Fort Collins, and I'm sure there is in Denver too, where we could actually work with them and do some stuff. So
I'm taking notes on that. Mario, do you remember our friend at Redline that worked with the trans youth?
Was it Dylan?
Dylan, yeah.
Yeah.
He would be a great contact for this.
Dylan, I can't remember their last name. Schlotsky.
Yeah, that will give me a great reason to get back in touch with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
I'll
center.
drop the website in the chat.
Also, the Center on Colfax has a pretty strong youth-oriented program and trans support for kids.
Do you know what's the name of that? You can, Susan. You don't have to get it to me right now, but if you,
I'll email it.
I like this. That's something I'm very interested in. Thank you, Supreme. Stay on me. The trick is to keep bugging them.
Yes, I can bug you.
Samantha has learned to text me before important meetings and things that to remind
Just a reminder.
I sadly, we had an important, a really, really great group called the Festival of Light.net, which is all the festivals around the world that are all coordinating together, that I'm proud to say I was a co-founder of. And it's in all the major cities around the world, Festival of Light.net. And we had a board meeting Saturday I slept through. And you didn't text me.
I forgot because my phone reminded me. That's why I remembered.
I'm like, oh God. That festival, that has as much opportunity. It's just an incredible resource to spend time looking into and following some of the links. It really weaves together the whole world.
Yeah, right. It's good. All right. Well,
there we are. We did an hour. You made it.
Thanks, everybody. And we will put this recording on the website. So if you missed anything and you want to rewatch it, and then info@denvermop.org, or go to the website, denvermop.org. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We are here to help. So thanks everyone for joining tonight. It was great to see everybody's face.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Good night.
Thanks, everybody.
Nice to see everyone. Nice hair.
Thank you.
I'll do my hair next time.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Samantha.
Yeah, thanks, Mario. Good to see you.
Yeah, Sam. What Shadow Gather? What is your name? Oh,
she goes by that on Instagram.
Who is she in real life?
I haven't met her in real life. I don't think.
And she's from Denver?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she left already.
I should have asked, but maybe she doesn't want that known. But maybe we can put on a big wig. No one looks at me anymore, like walking around being old guy, old fat old guy. Old white fat guys are really out these days. But when I put on a big blonde wig,
and it's different.
It just every 30-something dude high fives me. I get like hit on. It's like incredible. I think I'm gonna go out with wigs on more often.
I like it. All right.
Try that if I ever leave my home again. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good evening.
Susanna, thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks for joining,
Such a
Susanna.
pleasure. Yay.
You.
Talk
Bye,
to you soon.
everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.